I'm here in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, Canada. Most of the time, when people come to Niagara-on-the-Lake, they think wineries and old historic forts, like the one behind me here, which is part of Fort Niagara. What a lot of people don't realize is the geological history of Niagara-on-the-Lake. Now, this area used to be completely covered by an ancient seabed several million years ago, and what that's ended up doing is leaving caves. So let's go ahead and try to find some of those caves. The one we're going to go visit today is Frost Cave. So here we are in one of the many conservation areas in Niagara-on-the-Lake. We're going to head off the trail down into the limestone cliffs, see if we can find the cave. So as you can see beside me here, there's a large series of limestone cliffs. Now these cliffs are left over from the last ice age, when large glaciers receded and left an ancient seabed. Eventually, over millions of years, the seabed itself receded to what is now the Great Lakes in the Niagara region and left big chunks of this limestone left over. The best part about this is, strewn along areas of limestone, which is a soft rock, are caves. So here we are at the entrance to Frost Cave. As you can see, it's quite a tight fit, and it's carved out of limestone from the ancient seabed. So let's go on in, have a look around. So we're going to start by entering the cave. Now you can see right away, this cave is narrow. And as we enter it, it doesn't get much wider as we continue on in. So if we look at the floor of Frost Cave, we can see that it has a very nice bed of rock, including a tennis ball, which has come in through the cave window up and ahead. Fortunately, it's quite tight in here. If we look up towards the ceiling, we can see that we are completely closed in, and that this is not a fissure or anything like that. One of the more unique things about this cave is the rock formations that we can see here. And then what you can see is what appears to be little bumps that are all around, and they have quite a texture to them. And what these are little bumps that are left over from hard pieces of rock that are embedded inside the limestone. The softer pieces have been washed away, and this is what we're left with. As an experienced and trained caver, I can tell you there is not much room in here. I'm actually kind of pushing myself in, and I'm no lightweight, but I will definitely tell you that unless you're really skinny, you're not going to get too far in this cave. Each and every cave has its own character. What we'll notice about this cave compared to some of the other ones that I've filmed is that there's no moss or lichen or any kind of growth inside this cave. The cave's a little bit drier, and it has a little bit of a different textured walls. Now this is the end of our journey. I certainly can't make it any farther into this cave without risk of getting stuck. I can still see the cave goes on for some time. So what we have here is a cave window, also known as a fissure. And how these were formed was millions of years ago. The waterway that ran through this cave eroded the roof and ended up making it collapse. So we're going to see if we can't get a little farther in, see how much more we can see of Frost Cave through this cave window. One of the unique features of this cave is how you can see this tree root has grown right over top of the cave window and started to grow inside. As we look inside the cave, we can see that out through this window, it is very, very snug inside. Unfortunately, it's so snug that the camera itself is too wide to go in. Looking the other direction from the cave window, we can see that leaves and other rubbish have blocked it all up. So this is about as far as we can go on our journey into the Frost Cave. So this brings us to the end of our Frost Cave adventure. I'd like to give special thanks again to Jeff from Ontario Caves and Scott Essinger, who helped make this possible. Now, if you know where this cave is, or any cave like this, I would like to urge you to please keep out of these caves unless you have the special training equipment to do so. Otherwise, you may end up getting hurt, or worse yet, killed. Thanks very much for watching. I'm the Wolfman.